I want to talk a little bit about how to assign appropriately in an abuse environment. A lot of times what can happen, especially for young people is there's some confusion over responsibility and whose fault the incident was. As young people, a lot of times they will take on blame or take on guilt from the situation, which I can understand some of why that happens. But the truth is, I don't care what the reasoning is that a perpetrator, someone who actually commits the abuse against a child, whatever their reasoning is, I don't care. It was wrong. The job, the responsibility of every caring adult is to make sure that children are protected. And if you didn't protect them, you violated your job. And if you were the one that hurt them, that is 100% on you. And I don't care if there were extreme circumstances or you lost it, you couldn't help temptation. You were the adult. It was your responsibility. And one of the things that I've seen help young people is when they can differentiate in their mind who is to blame and why an adult is responsible. And if there is any shred of responsibility that they have, to appropriately assign that, yet not take on more than they should be given. And I just have a really hard time believing that the child is ever responsible. And so my encouragement to each of you out there is to write a list. I have two different sides of the paper and write on there my responsibility, their responsibility. And if they were supposed to intervene on your behalf between you and the perpetrator, you can even have a list for them. Have as many lists as you need, but work out, at least on paper, and hopefully the head and the heart will follow. Work out where appropriate responsibility actually was, and then see if you can talk to a counselor, a youth worker, somebody who has potentially been trained to know how to work through some of these issues. Or if you don't have that in your life, reach out to a caring adult and just say, hey, I want to try to figure out where the blame was and where the responsibility was. Working out responsibility can actually take a long time to kind of go through all the scenarios, all the situations, all of the moments. It's a very hard process. It can be some of the stages in the long journey of hope. I guess I want you to know my heart for you is that you would not take on responsibility that was never yours, even if you were cruelly lied to and told that it was all your fault. I'm here to tell you that it wasn't.